Hello again, Grace chatting here from Relationship Academy, teaching you lessons that they didn't teach at school. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the psychological types. Now, most people are not aware of this unless they are in a profession that they've got training in it. So the psychological types were created, if you like, or identified by Carl Jung, who talked about psychological functions and psychological types. Those of you who have done the Myers-Briggs typology will know that it's kind of built around Jung's theories of psychological types and functions. But I'm going to keep this simple and just refer to it how it refers to your average couple. Now, fundamentally, there's two fundamental types. There's an extroverts and introverts, and most people are kind of somewhere on that spectrum. Some people are raving extroverts and some people are extreme introverts. The idea really going through life is to be somewhere in the middle, to be able to be a bit extrovert in social settings, perhaps when you know that's if you're out dancing or at a wedding, you might be a little bit more extrovert than you would be normally when you're at home. So you've got your two different types here. One might be, happy at home peacefully with a book. The other likes to be out and be, the life and soul of the party. So there's no right or wrong or good or bad about this. Some people have got blue eyes and some people have got brown eyes. So what? It's just different. And so people are different. And often it's the difference that attracts partners. An extrovert may be attracted to a more introverted kind of a person because they represent an aspect, an undeveloped aspect of themselves. So these differences can also be attractors. So the types and functions, we have four functions: thinking, feeling, sensation, and intuition. So thinking and feeling is a difference. You could have your partner might be more of a thinker, and it's a way of approaching the world. The thinkers approach the world in terms of, well, what do I think about this person or this scenario or this situation? Feelers approach it by how they feel about it. The thinking comes after the feeling. For thinkers, the thinking comes first and the feeling may come later. So thinkers tend to everybody has a dominant function. So the thinker would tend to, what they think dominates how they feel. And for the person who's the feeler, how they feel about it dominates how they think about it. So there we are, get this right. So the other two functions, there's four psychological functions, are thinking, feeling, sensation, and intuition, which is distinct from types. So sensation people, they approach the world from with their senses, what they see, what they hear, what they smell, what they touch, what they taste, and they are very much into their bodies, and they will rave about the amazing views and, oh, smell that, the aroma of maybe cooking and food. They tend to like cooking and food or somebody else doing it for them, but they love the smells, they love the tastes, they love touches, they love having their skin stroked, and perfumes and music. Sensation people really are very much in their senses, and that's their dominant function. And so they would never be entirely happy with someone who didn't kind of want, they would probably be outdoor people as well. Um, the intuitive person, the person whose dominant function is intuition, they approach the world with their gut feeling. What does my gut feeling tell me about this person or this situation or this scenario? So that's how they function. Now, with couples, a lot of the conflict and differences or frustrations come from the fact that they can be two entirely different types. So often you will get a thinker and a feeler together. We also have judging or perceiving. So judging is um, somebody's telling you about something, or there's a situation or scenario, and a perceiver will just be kind of quite detached and objective about it and perceive, see what's going on without judging it, without making it good or bad or right or wrong. A judging type will tend to see a situation or hear about something, and they will judge it. They want to make it right or wrong or good or bad. Um, you know, so that's another difference. So there we have the four psychological functions are the thinking, feeling, sensation, intuition, and that may be that you are an extrovert or an introvert, and it may be that you judge or perceive, but these are the functions. And you'll see that they're at ends of poles. So if thinking is your dominant function, and in the West here, our education system reinforces thinking. Everything is done, or most things are done, teaching's done through our cognition. It's all in your brain, and it is mostly the left hemisphere. It's about thinking. Feeling tends to be a bit denigrated and subsumed, but often there are differences with couples where one is very much a thinker about, should we move house? So, those kind of scenarios that come up. There's one who will be very factual and rational and logical about it, and the other will be more in their feelings about it. Oh, but this is our family home and I really love it here, and we've got such nice neighbors, and oh, I don't really want to leave our nice local shops, and they are more into feelings. Now, clashes and arguments can come up when people get polarized and one gets stuck in feelings. Um, and feeling people can sometimes get overwhelmed with their feelings. They actually feel so much. It's not that thinking people don't feel or have feelings. Of course they do, but they tend to stay in their heads more. Um, and they get exasperated with feeling people who are so in their feelings that it's difficult to reach making a decision. So you'll see the circle in the middle here. The ideal is, because we all have all four functions, and the ideal is thinkers mostly get stuck in their heads. They need to get in touch with their feelings. Feeling people get stuck in their feelings and they need to get a bit more in touch with their thinking. Sensation people are very stuck in, um, you know, So they feel differently. It's not emotional feelings, but sensations, and they get very caught up in their sensations, and they don't use their intuition. What's their gut feeling saying about it? So the idea is for you to develop all four of these functions and not just get stuck in one. So I'm going to leave that there for now, and have a think about it, or see how you feel about it, or what do your senses say, and what's your gut feeling. But actually, quite seriously, when it comes to making serious decisions like where you're going to move to, or changing jobs, or making a big purchase, don't just think about it. Look at what do I think about it? How do I feel about it? What do my senses tell me about it? And what's my gut feeling? Use all parts of yourself so that you're not unbalanced. The idea is to be a balanced person using all four functions. And that way, you and your partner, if you're both balanced, then you don't get into so much conflict. So I hope that makes sense. But, feel free to ask me any questions. There are my emails at the bottom. You can email me and ask me. So that's it. Bye for now.